Hello, Lone Star Drift audience. It's me, Aaron, in my sawdust-infested place that I shoot all the time. And what we're doing today is mounting up bead locks. And I'm just gonna kind of give you an overview of how to mount a bead lock wheel. We are a drift channel normally, but I have been doing some off-road stuff lately. I've had a Jeep rock crawler for 20 years, the same one since I was a kid. It had bead locks. I had to do this in the past, and I'm gonna show you what to do. So the Lone Star Drift audience knows already that we are sponsored by Inky Wheels. So normally everything I do is on Inky Wheels, but they don't make a 17-inch 8-lug Humvee wheel. Too bad. So I don't get to run an RPF 1 on this thing. So I got some of these gigantic one-piece, what do you call it? Like CNC'd out aluminum wheels. They're called creeper locks. I already cheated and I mounted some of them. So I'm gonna show you here is you need to get started, you need the wheel, you need the tire, 40-inch tire, you need the locking ring. This one is weird. This one comes in a bunch of pieces. I think like 5 pieces or something like that, or 6. It's gonna go on the outside like this. Dunk. It's gonna bolt on. And what happens is this bead on the tire is gonna get captured in between this lock ring and this bead right here, squeeze down, and then the wheel physically cannot come off. Now you'll see trucks running around town with these bolts in the wheels, and it's gonna look like a bead lock all the time on all the riced out trucks, but it is not. It's just a fake rock ring because they like the look of the style and they want to be hardcore. So they go, and those companies that sell cheap wheels just put a bunch of fake bolts in there for no reason, or bolt heads, maybe they put bolts in there, I have no idea. And they just try and look at this style, but this is actually locking the tire to the wheel, and it can't come off this side. Now it can come off the other side still because it's not locked on, but you really don't have to worry about that very much. I still have to air this one up, and I've already done 2, so I'm kind of fast forwarded on this one. And this one is, this is what we're doing it for, my HUMVEE project. And this is a double bead lock. This one works a bit differently. There's a PVC ring that goes all the way around inside that is flat, and it touches the wheel bead on the inside on both sides, and the wheel bolts together, pinches the PVC piece with the tire. I've never actually taken these apart, but I've seen pictures and I assume that's what's going on. It pinches the bead in here from the wheel to the PVC on the other side, and then to the other side with the same piece of PVC to the wheel again with the bead in the middle. So that's a double-sided bead lock, and technically it's kind of better. However, these are super old school tires. They kind of suck off-road, they kind of suck on-road. They're 25 or 35-year-old technology at this point, and people make way better tires, and you can't really get a lot of different tire choices for these wheels and reuse them because they are 16.5, which is the old pickup truck and like dually style from years and years ago. No modern trucks really use that size that I can think of. So we're swapping over to 17s. These have 5 inches of back spacing. They are 17 by 9, 8 lug, and they should fit right on there. I already tried one last night, so I know one fits in the front. I am gonna have to trim up a bunch of stuff, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about bead locks. So let's come back over here. I'm gonna show some stuff, but let me tell you first what the problems are. The first problem is, and you also need your bag of hardware, and I'll show you how all that goes later, but it's pretty simple. The first big problem is it's very difficult to get the bead. The bead of the tire has to go all the way around here at the same time and lay down flat. Now it's kind of difficult because as you stretch it down on this side, it doesn't want to go on this side, and you got to force it with a bunch of screwdrivers and pry bars. And you scratch up the outside of your lip. It's kind of a pain, but it is necessary. So yeah, let's get started and show you how to do it. Okay, this is my friend Drew. That's my friend True. They have names that rhyme, and True is gonna film while Drew and I try and get this done. Okay, so this is the correct top side. Let's lift it up. Yep. Kind of need 2 people for 40s. And now the trick is, first, we need to just slam it down. So,
got it.
That part was pretty easy on the ground.
Yeah, we could do it on the ground.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
you're almost there.
There we go. Okay, we're part way through. That was the easy part. The hard part could take 20 minutes if we're bad at it. So let's each grab our screwdrivers.
Let's square this up a little bit, like you were talking about.
Yep.
So there's a lip right here, and then another lip.
You want screwdrivers, Drew?
You want to scooch it off to one side so we can see this other part?
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
So basically we need to sit on top of that lip, but inside of this lip.
All right. So if it was perfect,
It's too shiny from over here.
we can go over there.
I'm doing it.
All right. If we do it just barely and gently, it goes on with almost no fuss. But if you fuss with it, it's a disaster. Try not to pop each other in the head with the tools.
Yep.
All right, very gently. Let's go down.
Shoot, I lost it. Hang on. If you can work that
I'm gonna do
around.
it very gently while you
Yep.
do that. All right, we're going. We're almost there.
Oh no, you
One
left.
popped up.
You left that one.
Okay, hang on.
You're saying we need 6 hands for this?
Yeah.
We're
All right,
getting
that
there.
one's down.
Okay.
I mean,
We're
I'm
doing
just,
it.
I'm just gonna stay here because
We're
like I
doing
can't
it.
focus
Yep,
on what's
let's go.
happening.
We're
Right
going
there.
in.
Hold on, we've got this pipe coming. Catch over here.
Okay.
All right, we're in.
Almost.
Are we all the way in?
Yep.
And there we go. Okay.
It's as easy as that.
It just 5 people would make this easier. All right, let's show the next part real quick.
All right, look at that thing. Sitting all the way around.
Yep. Now you're not in too much danger as long as a friend doesn't come by and smack it that it's gonna come off. Yeah, don't do that. I just toss all those in the middle, and then all you have to do is walk around and lay these down. It's gonna take a few minutes of bending over too much and breaking your back. I'm gonna do a squat.
Awesome.
All the way around. And then I will show you how to torque them. Which, ugga yeah. All right. The biggest thing is to get everyone to help before they go home at the end of the day. So I have to get this next one mounted because I have one more to do in the next like 5 minutes, or else
I'm
people
sure
are
you
gonna
could
start
do
running.
this by yourself. It would not be
So
any problem to mount
yeah.
another.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm slowly going to go around and just snug all these up in some type of pattern. I should probably do the edges.
I doubt the pattern.
Very
makes any
gently.
difference.
No, the pattern. I have no pressure on this thing yet. And this is gonna be a couple minutes. I'm gonna go all the way around and whatever pattern I want. And then I'm gonna go back and do like a star pattern to actually tighten them up and torque them down later. I'll go look up the specs and something and tell you later on that. Because I have to get to this as fast as possible so these guys don't leave so I can do the last one. All right, so I got a little distracted. We forgot to put the valve stems in 3 of them because we had a bunch of people and we're laughing and joking and filming. So now we have put the valve stems in. All this is done. And now what we have to do is we physically bolted the front of the bead on. I haven't torqued them down or anything yet. And the back bead is off. So all we have to do on each of these is apply some air pressure. Because it's not a stretched wheel, how a lot of us with drift cars and stuff have a wider wheel than the tire or something similar, it's actually really easy to make these things mount up. All you do is apply air pressure. It's a 9-inch wheel with a 13.5-inch tire. So you can see that the wheel is nowhere near as wide as the tire. It's just gonna pop right on, and there we go. Next part is to put them on the Humvee, but probably we'll go get dinner, so this won't be done until dark. All right, so I went around, and how I do it, and everybody probably has a different way, but basically what you're trying to do is distribute the load around the wheel so the entire thing gets distributed. Since these are broken apart, I don't think you can really put down one side too hard, but what I would do is I would grab the first one of each of these and do like that one, and then maybe that one, and go around. So you just do each one across in a pattern and do that one, that one, that one, that one, and then just go back and keep doing it. I start it with an electric impact. So I snug the whole thing down and save myself 4 hours of work. And then for these, you're supposed to take your torque wrench, set it to 20 pounds, and go around until they all click and keep doing it for a while until they stop clicking. Now, that sounds great in theory, but I always just question my torque wrench because I don't know if this stupid thing is working. Look at how pretty it is, it's shiny. So yeah, that's what I do. And then eventually, after hours of all this stuff, probably takes me about 4 hours to get this from start to finish. These things mounted and happily on. You could skip an hour of that by not screwing up, but you're probably always gonna screw up. And then you get to make your vehicle look cool. But we're gonna go eat. All right, check this out. I asked my friend Aaron Smith, who used to work in the motor pool, for the reserves, if this is a normal thing, and he tells me it is. So I'm yelling because these are on. I guess I could take them off, but this whole process is so loud. Taking off the wheels on Humvees is crazy. So the lug nuts just are super tight. I don't know if there's some type of locking type or something like this, but watch this. This is wild. I'm taking them off in stages. I take them off like a third at a time because they get so hot. The lug nuts are crazy hot. I have some PB Blaster on there, but like they all seem to do this. I've taken them off multiple times and it still does this. I bought new lug nuts, but they aren't here yet. But watch this. So watch this thing smoke. That's how hot that thing gets. That is wild. The smoke is coming off the PB Blaster, by the way. They're not just smoking for no reason. But I take them off like a third at a time, so you can see I'm taking them off in stages. The reason I'm doing that is just because they're getting so hot, and I don't want to kill these things and have like messed up studs, because that would be awful. But hopefully the wheels don't fall off. Now things are getting serious. So we're about to cut. This is True likes cutting on my stuff. So what I want to do right now is make a game plan. We typically measure for about 1 minute. I'm gonna come up right here to right there, and then I have to decide how far to come over, because down here it's only like that deep, and I kind of don't want to cut all of it off. So right now I'm gonna turn and see where I want it. It feels such a shame to like cut away the Hummer look, but we're gonna do it. So let's turn this. All that steering angle. Wow, I can't believe this isn't gonna rub. This definitely looks like it's gonna rub.
As soon as it goes down at all, yeah. Luckily it doesn't flex much.
Yeah. All right, would you go move it the other way, True? That puddle's not from this car. All right, that's definitely gonna contact on the upward swing. We could almost just bolt these on and go off-road real quick, but it's easier just to make the cut.
It is. We're already here.
We're already here, we're already cutting. Okay, so funny story is, True cut the fenders on my Corvette with zero planning and it worked out fantastic. Oh, I thought you were going for it right there. I was like, wait a second. Step one when cutting up your new vehicle that you love to death and everything else is make a friend do it so you don't feel bad. Because he gives no F's about this. So we even drew on it an actual paint pen, so there's no going back. This is our plan.
This quality paint is otherwise unrecoverable.
So, well, we can buff this out later.
Right.
So we're gonna come up this way. We're already gonna cut this little guy out. I'll figure out a marker corner light solution somewhere, but I already got my state inspection, so eat that.
No going back.
So we're good for a year. And then come over here, and then we're gonna cut down. Now, that is the big problem right here is we're gonna hit all this with a tire, and then I think we might hit this a little bit. Now, with Aaron modifications, I would just let the tire self-clearance out a couple times.
Just like pound this in, and then we cut back here a little bit further if it does hit you bad.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
There's rivets right here, so this is a body line. So
Yeah.
there's rivets that hold this piece to the inside fender well, so
Right.
we're trying not to cut those off.
It's because we're professionals.
Right.
Yes. And this is fiberglass, and that's aluminum, and that's bonded together, and then also riveted, or pinch welded, or whatever. I think it's riveted.
It's riveted.
And we don't know much about that, so we're not gonna mess with that too much, because we normally don't deal with aluminum cars. And we also have no idea what we're doing. But we have cut up a Corvette, so we're qualified to cut on fiberglass. Okay, let's do it.
I don't know if this is gonna work at all or not.
Try number one.
You're gonna send it.
We're letting True cut my vehicle up.
Put that directly in the way, but like,
Yeah, it's in the way, it's whatever.
see it. Ooh, that gets thick right there. She's thick.
How many C's?
It's a full, like, it's that thick right there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It gets wider.
I think that's multi-piece right there then.
We'll see. See what works.
Where's your eye protection? Come on, quality cuts.
Well, I can't tell if it's actually. No, it's not even through.
We'll just keep going.
It's not
We'll deal
through.
with that later.
Hold on, I can't
We'll
tell.
flip the hood up and do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. That must be why they used to chainsaw in the other video.
I went into something.
I don't know what I mean. I should be.
Why do you even need light?
Because I can't see flat.
Yeah, well, you already have a slot.
Yeah, but I don't want to cut off.
Just getting floppy. Woo, she's getting
That
floppy.
feels pretty good. All right, what am I aiming for over here?
You gotta flip it back up.
Okay.
Which?
These are for airlifting your vehicle. They use these to attach the parachutes, which is really cool. But I don't typically parachute my car anywhere.
I feel like we should do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to though. It sounds expensive. It sounds more expensive than drifting.
No. No way.
By the way, this is my go-to tool I always use to cut vehicles. The main problem with this thing is it goes kind of fast once it starts going. Halfway done with the front. Look at how dinky the little wheel looks in the back now. We have this side done and clearance and stuff. It looks like we're doing a good job. I mean, like, suddenly we have clearance for days everywhere. Until we turn the tire, of course. That's what it looked like. I was kind of afraid we were gonna lose the hood, and I wouldn't like the way that the modified dune buggy thing looks, but that looks pretty rad.
It's pretty cool.
It's gonna look really cool.
Mostly because it has a giant 40 on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna look really cool with the other wheels and tires on it. I don't know what to say, except we have one more side.
Only got one more.
You know what sucks is just like with those wheels, the first one's not so, actually the first one was bad.
First one's the hardest.
The second and third weren't that bad, but when we had to remount them with the valve stems.
5th, 6th, and 7th were the shitty part.
Yeah, just like this isn't so bad for the first, but once you get onto the second,
Well, then you're out of blades and like...
it starts to get kind of rough. But how long did it take us to make this cut? 20 minutes? 30?
Yeah, just because we were finding tools.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. He's making this nice. Woo!
Fucking great stuff.
He has all this stuff here because he builds fancy speaker equipment over here. So we have stuff to sand.
Yeah.
We could have put this on the CNC table. Probably not. So we're starting on the second side, and I'm unplugging all this stuff. And we don't plan to put it back together, but all the connectors are the exact same color with no markings, other than some of them have two little things. Maybe that's like a power or something, but it's a turn signal. So I'm not quite sure how it works, but there's no wiring and everything's the same color. So if you unplug this stuff, every plug is the exact same. I don't know how you would put this back together, but I don't plan on putting it back together. So let's keep going. All right, side number 2. Win, lose, or draw. True.
Well, I drew it, so
Yeah.
now we need to win.
All right, I guess I held this part over here. So what I did was on the other side, try and, oh God, they're slightly different.
No, it goes right there.
Okay, it's the same, I guess.
Wait, how low?
So we're trying to follow the body line of the thing pretty well. I have to put the phone down 1 second. This cut's gonna only take a quarter of the time because 1, we've already done it, so we should be twice as fast at this.
Yeah.
But 2, we're gonna cut at the same time instead of one person filming and the other person texting.
I'm in.
Or no, cutting? No, I think I was correct. We're both gonna cut at the same time. Let's do this. We found one more point that needs to be cut. Can't get the tires on with the exhaust there. So I am gonna cut that and then I'll decide how to reroute it a little bit in a bit. But first of all, she's gonna get sawzawed. So I'm gonna grab the Sawzall. I believe it's actually called the Sawzall. Is that correct?
What were you saying?
Sawzall, which includes exhausts. It includes everything. It cuts everything. Oh, starting to get lazy at the end of the night. Trying to pull cords through other cords. So much cleaning up to do after this. I'm gonna put the camera down.
Broke the blade. Or it came out. It might have just come out. Nope, you broke. Well, I don't know. I can't tell.
Oh, it's stuck.
Yeah, I need some pliers for that. Stop beating on it. You're going to ruin the blade. We only have one.
Can I have something to touch it?
You have whatever you want to touch it. That mechanism's really crappy on that thing.
No, I think it's pretty good. It's my favorite mechanism ever. Or is it in? It's in. All right, and we're continuing. This is my favorite tool, by the way. Oh God, it was my favorite tool.
Such a good mechanism. It almost murdered you.
It's so good. No, the blade is like breaking at the back. Dear YouTube, this blade was super old when we started.
First rule of Sawzall: put it away with a completely dead blade.
Yeah. Not if you're borrowing it, then you just walk away.
Oh yeah.
No, there's a hole in it in the back, and the hole got cut. So like the holder isn't holding.
Yeah, done.
But it was so clean.
Yeah, you can clean it up with the wheel after. Damn.
Now we're gonna blow hot exhaust directly into the wheel.
Ow! That sounds really healthy, man.
The smoking looks healthy too.
so bad.
I've been assured that's just how Hummer wheels. And finally, it's got, what time is it, True?
11 o'clock.
Wait, it feels like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I know. I've been ready for bed since dinner.
Anyways, this took us how long? 4 or 5 hours to complete? 5 hours maybe with all the tire mounting?
Oh.
Something like that.
Including the tire remounting or no?
Yes.
Like 6 hours.
Okay, we're about 5 hours into this.
Thanks.
Maybe 6. And this is what a Humvee, military Humvee on 40s looks like with no lift. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this everywhere. I haven't seen one in real life yet like this. This is the 2-man top. I'm probably gonna go to a 4-man top. I might do some slight lift lift springs, which will be 2-inch lift springs that'll hopefully make it 30% better ride quality. I still have some shocks to install and a winch and some other stuff, but it looks like an off-road vehicle.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I don't know if that means anything, but it looks like it.
I mean, like, considering this is a stock suspension vehicle, let's grab that chair. Because it rolls and I'm lazy. All right, can we roll the chair underneath it yet? Oh, wait, is the chair adjustable? I can cheat on this. Wait, is it really adjustable? There we go, look at this. This is some good camera work, guys.
That's actually probably where I sit.
Woo! I can get a chair underneath the car.
That's probably where I sit in my car.
What?
Height-wise.
Yeah? And not only that, it like goes the entire way like that. Look at that. How high is that? So I'd say, now the chair doesn't look so high. Maybe we need to lift it 2 inches so that we can have the chair at like a higher height.
Makes sense to me, man.
Anyways, it can go over a rolling chair. We need a better thing to show. What is, it's kind of late. Can we lay a motorcycle down underneath it?
Please don't.
I'm sure we can.
Someone buy this.
True has a motorcycle for sale. What is it, an R6?
Yeah.
Oh, seriously though, how much is it? Does it run?
Yeah, it runs $3,000.
$3,000 for a running motorcycle. That sounds like an amazing deal, True. It's kind of dusty.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Is it in good condition?
It's in okay condition.
It looks pretty nice.
It's in okay
except the seat.
condition.
But the rest of it looks
I have a new
good.
cover for this, but it did go down over
Is
here.
it fast?
I mean, it's an R6. It's a stock R6.
Okay. The R6, by the way, is exactly what everyone tries to trade you when you have something of value and they want to trade. It's either that
You wanna
or
trade?
a gun. No, I don't want to trade.
Will somebody trade me a gun for my R6? Wait.
Yes, they
Multiple
absolutely
guns.
will. Cool. We've done it, True.
We need to see how it rides now, because like these were garbage. So let's put 2 more lugs on each wheel and let's have to like just drive it down the road.
Oh, we can if you want. Do you actually want to? I feel like you're over it, but it's only 11 o'clock.
Right.
All right, I'll put more lug nuts on it and we will go drive it. But if I'm gonna put more lug nuts on, I'm gonna put all of them on.
Yeah, but like you should probably wait till you get new ones because these are pretty trashed.
No, this is what they are.
Did the new ones feel like that?
I don't have the new ones.
You had 8 new ones.
I don't have them.
You literally had 8 new ones.
Oh no, they didn't fit at all. I tried. Okay, that's all. Boom. Thanks for watching, YouTube. We're taking this thing up to Colorado to go off-roading. Hopefully it works really well. Oh wait, we didn't even check to see if it could go vertically up a wall yet. Is this gonna work? That's my main goal for the entire
Real
thing.
close. You're gonna have to pull off those.
Oh, it's so close.
You have to pull off those tow hooks.
It might work if we don't have the tow hooks on it. Or I can just put 42s on it and then I fix the problem.
I feel like that's the better alternative to do that.
Yeah, okay. Welcome to the knockoff dirt everyday build where we put 40s on a Humvee. Actually, I'm filming this at the end of the night. That's a joke. If anyone can figure out how to put this together nicely and fill this so it doesn't look like there's a huge gap, I would appreciate it. Tell me in the comments or something, or just like message me on Facebook. I would love to know how to fix this. I don't have to fix it or anything, but I think it would look really nice if that was covered up with something other than duct tape. We thought we would do expanding foam in there and then just sand it down, but then we were thinking, nah, that would look really bad. So we need to figure out something better.
They're all just gonna tell you to fiberglass over it and smooth it. That's what they're gonna tell you to do.
I want some thing better. And not Bondo, because Bondo will crack and fall out. Okay, we're gonna go get tacos.
I'm not a Mustang either. What?
So I have not seen the vehicle in the daylight yet. So we drove it around a little bit last night. It works, so we drove it around last night and it works pretty well. Works exactly like stock basically. The next things we need to worry about is we still have to mount the winch. That'll be a separate video. Still need to mount seats, but we're making progress. And I still have the 2-inch spring spacers, which go right here, which everything is gonna be so easy to work on this thing. For anything underneath the vehicle, you do not need to jack it up or anything. It's so easy. And now you don't even need to lift the hood to get in the side of the engine. And one really cool thing about this is it has inner fender liners here, which are not part of the hood and everything. So we actually didn't open the engine bay up by doing this mod. All we did was cut out above the fender and the tire. And now it will throw some wetness and crap up on the window, but I don't think it'll be too bad. It should be fine. I have a big rock crawler that does the same kind of stuff. It's livable. What's next? Is this the dumbest project?
Yes. But I think it has some validity. It might work, or it might be really bad.
I think mostly
It'll
it's going to be too big.
all the time, but it's not going to fit anywhere. What are you going to do about the mirrors?
What do you mean?
That's not going to work. They're
What do
going
you
to hit
mean?
everything.
Oh, they fold. Why do I need mirrors?
You should just put some mirrors here.
Nah.
Dude, you got to be able to see the people behind you rolling over.
So the thing is not as big as you would think. It's
pretty,
still.
It's pretty big, dude.
No, I mean it's wide, but it's still.
No, it's
I'm exactly this tall. It's exactly 6 feet 6'2", basically tall.
It's pretty low profile.
And my F250 is taller than this thing, stock. And the F250 is probably close to this wide, I'm not sure.
No steering wheel play at all.
So it actually has crazy play.
Oh.
The, well, in the idler and Pitman, but it feels really good. You want to drive it around? You're like, no.
Yeah. Can we run stuff over?
We can go in the field next door.
Okay. Might be a thing.
Should we get it out?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Never driven a HUMVEE before.
Oh man, now we have to play the game of squeezing. Oh no, people took my spots. It's a squeeze to get it places. I'll put this in a minute.
Worries about how hard it is to drive.
So how hard is this thing to like drive around, do you think? It's pretty easy?
It's pretty easy.
So
I was just laughing because you're worried about getting through a parking lot and you're going to take it to trail rig.
yeah, but I mean, everybody always talks about how bad these things ride and everything else.
Nice.
It feels like it has enough power.
Yeah.
It feels like it drives.
I think the 40s help, honestly, because they don't fall into any gaps on the road.
Yeah.
But no, it drives nice. I do feel
Perfect
like I'm gonna die
daily
in it,
driver.
though.
You're not gonna die. Why would you die? Because you're
Can
gonna
you
fall
put
out?
like an inverter in it and run one of those like portable air conditioning units that you put in a house?
Oh, so you can actually buy AC setups for this.
Wow.
They're like $1,600 used or new, but they're $3,000. But I keep seeing them for like $1,600. But I'm not gonna do that.
No,
I'm just gonna run with the doors
honestly,
off.
it's just a hot day.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. I keep trying to show the ground clearance on this thing because it doesn't really ever show in video or anything, but it is insane how much ground clearance this thing has. Like a bonkers amount. There's no good way to really show it though. I guess maybe if you show that car, it comes up not quite to the door handles, but it comes up pretty far. Oh yeah, that's my car. I need to do something with this thing. So I wasn't gonna YouTube it all today. I was just taking the day off with Chelsea. I drove him out to pick up you're gonna laugh at this, a Dodge 2009 diesel mega cab, which they never made, long bed. This truck is ridiculously big, but, so we're out in the middle of nowhere, Texas, out by like Midland. But it's not as big as the HUMVEE they have. They have a HUMVEE or a Hummer H1 limo. I think the mega cab is almost the same length as this though. Oh my God, it's not that far off. Look at this. You know what's so funny about this Humvee? Just like all Humvees, this Dodge truck is like more than a foot taller, but everybody thinks the Humvee is the biggest vehicle in the world. But this thing is crazy long. What's crazy too is it must have been really hard to make like the extension out of aluminum. They might not even done it because this top looks like it's made of metal, like steel. Oh, nope, it's padded. What is this? I guess it's just dirty. They want 30 grand for it, which is cheaper than a normal one. Anyways, man, that thing must ride so rough for a limo.
It probably rides really good because of how big and long it is.
Are you getting this thing?
This thing's pretty sweet.
Is it nice?
It's pretty nice.
All right, that's literally all the content I'm gonna film today. I just wanted to show that Hummer. Cool. Okay, I just got off a cool talk with whatchamacallit, Hoonigans. We're gonna do something with them. All right, that is amazing though. I don't even know what to show on it.